You know, I have 3 different invitations, and is it wrong of me to just try to figure out who has the best sides and go there?
Oh.
No, not at all. Let's do it. The 15-minute morning show podcast. It may or may not be 15 minutes. Why do we call it that? I don't know. Anyway, Scotty B is in the Serial Killers podcast room. Good morning, Scotty.
Hello there.
Or good afternoon or evening.
Whatever it is.
Whenever you're listening to this podcast. There's Danielle.
Hello.
I see Nate.
Hello.
I see Scary and Garrett.
Hello.
And, of course, Gandhi is out on assignment.
Yes.
That sounds so important, doesn't it?
It does.
Hey, I mean, how many of those memes roll by on your feed every day? It says you really should keep your life private. They're saying one of the worst things you can do is share too much about your life with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Of course, we make a living sharing our lives.
Yes.
Right.
But we don't share everything.
No.
Not even close.
I definitely think there's certain things, like especially I think when I learned this the hard way, when you're in a relationship with someone and you have a big fight, right? And then you bring it to all your friends. They're only hearing one side of the story.
Yeah.
And you know there's 3 sides to every story, right? Yours, theirs, and the truth. So,
Right.
you know, next time they see that person, odds are you're going to make up and everything's going to be okay. But in the back of your friends' minds, they're thinking of that story that you told them and what that person did. So I like I said, I learned the hard way. It's kind of unfair to the other person.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'll say this. I don't think guys don't really talk about relationships, right? So I feel like
feelings.
Or feelings.
Yeah.
Probably to our, lack of benefit there. But like with women, I feel like you guys share a lot.
Yeah.
But Danielle, it seems like you probably have that line where you're like, I'm not going to go
I do.
say this.
I definitely have the line
Some
where...
people don't have that line.
Yeah. Oh, I know a lot of people that don't. But I definitely have the line where I go, okay, we're not going to discuss that because tomorrow it'll be fine and whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I think the rule is only share what you want them to know.
Yeah.
Right? It really is kind of a basic thing. And if you notice a lot of successful people you may follow on Instagram, whatever, they tend not to overshare about their lives. And it's not a coincidence. They do it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw this list online. The things that we should not share unless you want some conflict. Number 1, your personal goals. I can see that.
Okay.
Sometimes, have you noticed people go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lose 45 pounds. And they go on and on and on about how they're going to lose 45 pounds, and they never lose 45 pounds.
Yeah.
But they sure did make a big stink about it, didn't they?
I can understand why people do it, though, like kind of like to put out into the universe.
The power of the secret.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you, I know some people that if they don't express it, then they're never getting up off their ass to do whatever it may be. So,
well, then how much more powerful would it be if you just expressed it to yourself and it was your goal?
Right.
I don't know.
Right, but earlier we were talking about...
I tend to believe both ways could be possible.
right.
No, we were talking about manifestation earlier. So if you want to manifest something, you're supposed to be putting it out there and speaking about
Who
it.
says?
So maybe it can be your destiny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who says manifesting it is putting it out there in the real world? I didn't
Oh,
hear
so
that.
then basically a manifestation really means you could just think about it and that's good enough to will it into
Reality.
Okay.
Well, look, we have these personal and professional boundaries, right? We don't share everything about our romantic lives. You can't do that. No.
Right.
I mean, if I came to I have a best friend. Maybe there's the best friend rule. I bitch and moan about Alex to one person, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. They hear everything. And then the next day, oh, no, we're fine. We're good. They're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Which happens all the time with us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But do I really want to be sharing that with someone? Is it blowing off steam? Is that a good thing always?
I think so, because you're getting it off your chest or back, and it's obviously bothering you. And if you need to talk to somebody, you got that one friend at least, and not, everybody.
Yeah. But if that's the one person you go to, at some point they're going to say, just break up already.
Or they're smart enough to know that you're blowing off steam.
Yeah.
And you're working things through. Okay, your wealth. I mean, sharing your wealth with people, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Ever?
Or
Lack
not
thereof.
good. That's not good.
Not a good idea.
Well, lack thereof is different. Your lack of wealth. It's like, I can't afford to go with you to lunch. So there's
I
that.
love when people do that post on social media. Hey, we're 18. We just bought our own house. Make sure you invest in real estate. And it's like, it's all bullshit because their father's like a realtor or some crap. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Anyway, your vision. I mean, I guess what they're trying to say here, whoever's writing this list I'm talking about, is we should start thinking about things we should just keep to ourselves.
Yeah.
Because there is power in knowledge, right? Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And personal knowledge and personal power, a very important thing in manifesting things for your future. I don't know. So therefore, I'm never saying anything about anything ever again. I'm going to close the book.
That's not good either.
I know about your relationship with food because that's what you post about mostly, El. So it's like, I know
there's that. I don't think there's any danger in posting lasagna photos, but, okay, let's take Jimmy Fallon, for instance. He just most recently started posting photos of his family, which is very unusual for him. He never did that before. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was married for the longest time.
No. The only time we really saw his family was during pandemic when he was doing the show from home.
Yeah.
And then he'd have his wife helping out, his kids helping out, whatever.
And I got that, but now he'll show he and his wife and his kids like on vacation or something.
Yeah.
Never saw that before. I don't know. Sometimes I think if there's more mystery, you're more credible. You're more valuable to people. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what Selena Gomez is saying lately. Like, we know she's very happy with Benny Blanco, but she says there's a lot of things that I keep just for us that I will never share with anyone. And I think that's important. I think you need that,
Mm-hmm. All right. So there you go. Stop sharing. Okay, what else?
I'm not going to share, so you just said
So that
stop
means we're
sharing.
done.
Well, no, I'm not asking you to share anything about you. What do you want to talk about in general? About life? About whatever?
Anybody?
Wow, this is an empty friggin' bowl today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow, I've never been speechless before.
Scary, speechless.
I don't know.
Well, my stupid Roomba couldn't even make it back to home base.
What?
Sitting in the middle of the room with a dead battery right now.
Well, we told you not to get the
Piece of
dumbass
shit.
Roomba. We'll get you another one for Christmas or
This
Hanukkah.
is the worst podcast we've ever done.
It is.
I think it's been pretty good. I was thinking about earlier, we were talking about Snickers as a stocking stuffer. I haven't had it, since, Santa stopped delivering to me. I haven't had a stocking filled since I was like 12.
Stocking
we
was
do that
my
every year.
favorite every year, every Christmas.
It was always like the little travel games, some candy.
You don't do that anymore? Your mom doesn't stock your stuffing and stuff you're stocking?
No, she doesn't do
I
it
feel like we
anymore.
need to get a
we
little
do.
stocking for
That's the
Nate
only
this
way I
year.
get my yearly deodorant. My mom's stocking.
There you go. A pair of socks that fits right in the big sock.
Yeah.
Also, I would always get like some candy and some like a banana and an apple. And then some like fun stuff. They put all sorts of different things.
Yeah,
in
it's fun. You never know what you're going to get in that stocking.
Yeah, see, I didn't grow up with the stockings. It's a relatively new thing for me and the kids. I mean, we've been doing it for a little while, but, hang them on the fireplace. Didn't know you shouldn't put chocolate in there.
Near the fireplace.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kind of a
Somebody shit
given.
in my sock.
Who's shitting my sock?
Oh, my God.
I tell you what, let's manifest this to happen. Let's put it out there. Let's make this year a better year for stocking stuffing. What do you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to start a company called Just Stockings or Just Stuffing.
Let me tell you, you should do that also for like a lot of things because sometimes you just cannot find the thing for the stuff. Like
Something small.
When Santa stopped doing, my stuff, I wanted one myself, so I make it for Sheldon. I can never find small enough, cute enough stuff for a grown man to put in a stocking. So
Okay,
your
well-
company would be fantastic.
Every mall has that one store that has a bunch of little cool things, like little gadgets, little things. Or back when they had more of them, Barnes & Noble always had a lot of little things that are great for
I got
stockings.
juggling balls one year.
You what?
Kohl's has a good section in it. Like
That's
little
right.
What?
stocking stuffers, yeah.
Nate, you got what?
I got
one year?
juggling balls. I learned how to juggle. I got juggling
See?
balls for Christmas, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't
Juggling
know you
balls.
could juggle.
I used to
Juggle.
get like things like Slinky and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Did you see the
Perfect.
size of the Slinky now?
Yeah.
They got jumbo Slinkies like this big. He doesn't fit in the
Wow.
stocking, but he's real cool.
They got all
Like,
different
impressive.
sizes and
Yeah.
shapes and,
And
Who,
colors.
has,
made of
who has
different
stairs that big?
made different
yeah, I
material.
don't think I don't think that one goes down the stairs.
Hey, so
A
I
little
got a
orange
question.
hairs.
What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, my
Where
sister's house.
Where you spending it?
Lunch with family in a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
I have 3 different invitations, and is it wrong of me to just try to figure out who has the best sides and go there?
Oh,
No, not at all. I get it.
Or hit all 3.
yeah.
Oh, gotta go.
With
One for
Tupperware.
dessert, one for the appetizers, and one for the main course.
See, look at this. We had a failing podcast that's now rip-roaring great.
Exactly.
Thanks, Elvis.
We manifested that. We
did.
created it. Look at that. Are we done?
We're done.
Sure.
Have a beautiful day. God bless you all.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.